Greetings, one and all. Take two. I'm just a kid in Orlando who doesn't know how to push a live button right. This is Tony in LPHQ East. I'm here with Mike at Disney California Adventure Live. Mike, what's going on?
We're here at Disney California Adventure for opening day, grand opening day of Rogers the Musical at the Hyperion Theater, which has been empty, dark, as they say, in the theater world since pre-pandemic times when we had Frozen, a musical spectacular. Is that what that show was called? I think so.
Something, yeah. I would just call it Frozen, but that's just
okay. And everybody's here. Everybody's excited. They actually just so there was a big crowd gathering out here in front of the Hyperion, and now they've moved the standby line over here on Hollywood Boulevard, and it stretches all the way down that way. So you can see all these folks do not have a virtual queue reservation to get in. I saw the show previous to this one, and I was saying to you when we had our false start there that yesterday at the media preview, everything really went smoothly. They got very lucky with the show itself. There was a fire alarm during the Q&A afterwards, but the show itself went through without a hitch. This show today at 12:30, there were some flubbed lines. We had some minor tech issues, but overall, I would say the reception was really positive with the crowd here at Disney California Adventure.
Very nice. Flub lines, is that because it's a limited time offering? They didn't put as much into the rehearsals, maybe?
Like I said, they seem to have it down yesterday, so maybe it's just opening day jitters,
Could be. I'm going to go ahead and post this in our comment section. We do have pictures and a video of a full performance of the show, so be sure to check that out later on.
Yeah, I was thinking, too, that we might end up having one of the better full shows, not only because it ran so well, but also because there's a lot of hooting and hollering when you see this with a full crowd of guests. Yesterday, it was the media preview, so, the press, the media invited people are a little bit more reserved in their reactions.
Yes. We are live, so feel free to comment and ask questions about Rogers the Musical or anything else going on at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. But right off the bat, Kyle would prefer Doobie come back and do these things with you. And then Mac has a question. Did Jeremy Renner get up and leave halfway through?
I mean, that would be a great bit. Even if it wasn't actually Jeremy Renner, I think you got to have
somebody, a Hawkeye
resembling Jeremy Renner, just kind of hanging his head in his hands through this whole thing.
Alex says hi, Alex, and he points out that it was called Frozen the Musical Live.
So what is it? Was it Aladdin a musical spectacular?
It was Aladdin a musical spectacular.
Combining
you might have been
the
mixing
two?
them up. Yeah.
Got it.
Jamie K wants to point out they're here in the virtual queue line now. Is that also on Hollywood Boulevard, Jamie?
So I believe this group that's gathering outside the entrance is the folks who have the virtual queue, because the standby line is still right here. They have not budged. So these people, they're getting off to a late start for this next show. Even my show started 10 minutes late. So
oh wow,
I think they're going to be probably getting. Maybe they'll make the gap between the shows a little bit bigger going forward, because I don't know if they have enough time to clear out everybody.
So do you think those waiting in the standby line? Excuse me. Do you think those waiting in the standby line can do this all day?
I'll have to ask and see if anyone's feeling the need to rest.
Now, there's some other new things happening at Disney California Adventure, isn't there?
You went to see the bridge? Is that where you're going? All right. Well, let's start walking this way. We'll cut through Avengers Campus and we'll head over toward the former Pacific Wharf, future. I guess it's still Pacific Wharf right now. Soon to be christened as the San Francisco Square area.
Now, can you stop over here for just a second and give us a look at the queuing area?
Yeah.
Or what used to be the queuing area for Hyperion. I don't know if it still is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So you can see there, right here at this snack stand, they're selling all the themes. Rogers the Musical stuff. We got the popcorn bucket. We got. We were wondering what this dish was called yesterday. It's just called hot dog. Then you got Cap'n Everything Dog, kettle corn, cotton candy, the special drinks, and then the popcorn bucket comes with red, white, and blue kettle corn.
Well, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
You can see right here.
Let's have a look. Is it flavored in any way? No.
It just says red, white, and blue kettle corn. I have not tried it.
So now that used to be essentially the standby area for all the former shows. So is this just now where they queue up the virtual queue and then they'll add standby into it?
Yeah, they basically fill in all that space with the people who have the virtual queue reservations. And then
now, how would the seating work? Because I know, like, do you get to pick once you get past that point? Or
basically, when you get right there, you can choose either mezzanine, balcony, or orchestra.
Okay, so they're not assigning virtual queue goes to mezzanine or orchestra and standby goes to balcony or anything like that.
Right.
Okay.
But there is also the VIP experience, which is there's a little. We should actually take a look at that before we leave this area, because I think it's $30 per person for
29.
adults.
But yes, add some tax and into it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you get first entry into the theater to pick your seats before all these folks, and then you also get to hang out in a little area that has a Jenga game, what is it called, cornhole game, and a photo op. Yeah, this is the virtual queue going in. They've got the pathway blocked here. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna cut through. Can I just cut through? Thank you.
Kyle has a suggestion for you for the 4th of July. Get the kettle corn and recreate your, I say GIF. I know he'll say GIF. Do you think this crowd turnout will last beyond opening weekend?
Yeah, you know what? I think this is going to be pretty popular for a while. I won't be surprised if they end up extending the show. I mean, we don't have a real closing date right now anyway.
I thought it was August 30th.
Oh, did they give us a closing date?
I thought it was, yeah. I could double check that, but I thought it was August 30th.
But it's getting a pretty good response. It'll probably get extended. So here's the premium viewing experience area for Roger. I guess you can go in here no matter. Okay, so there is a roped off area.
Okay. Mike's about to crash the party.
So it looks like, the photo op is part of the premium viewing experience. This is the photo op right here. You get to hold the shield. And then the Jenga and the cornhole are over there. And there is a merch area over here. Now, where would regulars go and get merch, I wonder?
Is the big Avengers warehouse thing still open?
Yeah. It must be over there. We can stroll through. So this is where they're corralling people for the... They're probably going to let these folks in before the other regular virtual queue, and certainly before the standby line. And then you've got also some specialty food offerings here at the Coca-Cola food truck.
The Parks blog confirmed, or back when it was announced, it said June 30th through August 31st. But I would not be surprised, based on just from what I'm hearing people say, if it would last longer than 2 months. I don't think it'll be a permanent fixture, but I think it might be around a little longer than 8 weeks.
So I was wrong. There's nothing about Rogers at the food truck. There was yesterday during the media event, but that was different. Disregard.
Now, does Rogers the Musical blend into Hollywoodland because it's not technically like the Avengers performing? It's the performers performing the Avengers?
Right. Well, in the Okay, so Rogers the Musical originated in Hawkeye. I don't
Yes.
know if you're aware. Uh, and that show, the musical within the MCU, was being performed in New York City on Broadway. But I think the idea is based on the opening, the like pre-show narration. I believe the concept is that it has moved to a Pantages-like theater in Hollywood for this
Okay.
performance. Yeah.
Now you said there's a pre-show for Rogers, or at least
Yeah.
you had, and it has a Tower of Terror
Yeah.
reference.
It's pretty great. So the pre-show is really just a old-timey radio playing on stage.
Okay.
But it had, in between like old, swing music and big band kind of music from the 30s and 40s. They had these little announcements, like a radio broadcast, and one of them talks about how uh, the Hyperion Theater is a beacon for show business elite, um, and this is a reference to the glitz and glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age. Which
So
I
it's
have
basically
that.
the pre-show dialogue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have that Tower of Terror pre-show just burned into my brain, so it jumped out at me. Oh, I haven't seen this jacket before. That's nice. Oh yeah, look at that.
A recurring joke that I'm sure will be heard through at least August 31st.
Yeah.
Is there any Rogers stuff at this stand?
You would think that there would be, but not seeing anything. We got to look let's look in the store over here.
Okay. I don't remember if our signal holds here in well in here, I should say, but we'll see.
We'll find out. I still really want the Thing hoodie, the Thing is my favorite Marvel superhero. But
What is that thing?
what is the Thing?
I'm just being dumb.
Okay. He's one of the Fantastic Four. But it came out during the summer. This is brand new, and it's not hoodie season. I guess I should just get it now and not regret it later.
Yeah, because then when you need it at the park, they'll be gone.
Yeah.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Play it.
See.
I know I kind of made fun of some of our colleagues for not using timely references, but this building will always be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for me. Because that's what it was built for.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the Rogers the Musical merch in here. Now, it can't be that you need to buy the VIP experience to have access to the merchandise, right? That seems silly.
Maybe at first.
At first, yeah.
To keep those eBay friends from getting all of it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
Kyle
it
brings
in
up a
here.
good point. It's always hoodie in SoCal as soon as the sun goes down.
Right. I met up with Mike Mack, and you, Tony.
Yes.
And you were making fun of me because I brought my hoodie to Disney Springs a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh, it's going to get chilly as the night goes on.
No, it does not in Florida.
All right.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's just Captain America stuff, like not generic, but general Captain America stuff, and then nothing to do with the show.
Perhaps with the intent that it was a limited time run, they only made a limited amount of merchandise, and
maybe
as such, it's only available through the VIP experience.
Okay. Well, any other questions about Rogers before we move on?
I don't have any.
Okay.
If you folks out there do, feel free to ask them. We're going to be in the area for about a couple more minutes anyway.
Yeah, and like we said, we have a full show. Did we say that, or was that the?
Yeah, we did, and
Okay.
we did, and I put the link in already.
Full show.
So scroll up in the comments.
Laughing Place YouTube channel, plus a nice Q&A, like 15-minute Q&A.
Kyle is saying seeing the merch is just sold by carts near stage 12, which would be in that VIP area, right?
Yeah, it's behind the ropes over there. Interesting. What's going on with the Oogie Boogie Bash? Did they figure that out? We're still waiting to hear.
I have not seen any updates, but let's have a look. Oogie Boogie Bash being California Adventure's separately ticketed Halloween event.
Look at this line.
Yesterday, the tickets were supposed to go on sale.
Excited to see.
Now that is a fun illusion. That line wouldn't be as long if people were allowed in the street, but the trolley's there.
Oh yeah, we did get these new banners, bunting, whatever you want to call them, yesterday.
I'm seeing KTLA reporting 5 hours ago they're still paused, or at least they were paused 5 hours ago with more technical difficulties.
I guess it's just kind of predictable at this point. It would be a big surprise if something like that went really smoothly, right? Like that would be news.
Yeah. Kyle keeps us informed. Thank you, Kyle. Paused until July 6th.
Okay.
Celebrate your post-Independence Day festivities by buying Halloween tickets.
Getting ready for Halloween.
Now, speaking of Independence Day, Kyle and I were talking about this. If I were to say ID4, like typing it out and saying, hey, I like ID4 as a movie. How about you? Would you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I had a hat when I was 14 years old that just said ID4 on it.
For those who don't know, ID4 is, of course, Independence Day. The movie from, was it 96
it was just like
or 97?
The marketing abbreviation for
Yes, and it just stuck. I know Kyle and I used it the other day, and not all of our colleagues knew what it meant.
Uh-oh. Band coming. Hey,
what band is it?
They are called Five and Dime. I think. Pretty sure. Let's watch them as they approach.
Yeah, so between the Five and Dime coming out, because I'm pretty sure they come out back by the Hyperion and roll their way into Buena Vista Street here, and then the trolley, that standby queue doesn't stand a chance.
Exactly. He's not talking about me.
I heard like 3 happy birthdays. Were there 3 birthdays lined up there in a row, or is she just only the same one?
It's a good question. I don't know. You want to stick around and watch this a little bit, or should we move along?
Let's head over to San Francisco Square, or what will be San Francisco Square. Kyle points out the July 6th bit. Correction to my assertion, July 6th is when the update will be provided, which may include the date and time when new sales of Oogie Boogie Bash tickets will resume.
A lot of qualifiers there.
Yeah. And then I see the yellow umbrellas. Is that normal, or is that more Rogers the Musical peddling?
No, I don't. Over here, I don't think we'll have anything related to Rogers. I think that's pretty standard, as far as I know. There's a nice breeze going. Passing by
and the waterfalls are on. A lot of people take ownership over the Disney park icons. Like, that's my castle. No, I like this castle. That's my castle. That kind of thing. Do you take over any ownership of them? I
do
asked
get-
because I claimed that mountain. That's why I asked.
Okay. I do get defensive about Sleeping Beauty Castle. You've heard this many times. People who are Walt Disney World regulars and they show
Yeah.
up at Disneyland and they're like, "What is this castle? It's a
Yeah.
tiny little thing."
It's the original. So
Yeah.
sit down. Yeah.
And I have to admit, I grew up on the East Coast going to Walt Disney World and didn't come to Disneyland until I was 17. And I had a similar reaction, but I have grown to embrace it for what it is.
The original. Walt's Castle.
Yeah.
As I said, sit down. That's what I say to everybody who does those. Like on TikTok and stuff. I can't find it. Like the kid will be on the shoulders or whatever. Where'd it go? That's called perspective. Has anything new debuted in the Blue Sky Cellar yet?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Will it
It's
ever
still-
reopen?
The doors are still closed. I bet it still has the Pixar Pier stuff in there.
Probably. That had the Pixar Pier stuff after Pixar Pier was open.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see just within this past week,
Oh wow, yeah.
they put up the towers on the.
'Cause I feel like we did this last week.
Yeah.
And we were talking about when are those gonna go up?
Now, what are we calling the bridge? San Francisco.
The San Francisco Bridge. San Francisco
Okay.
Bridge.
Okay. Also, the scaffolding has been taken down here next to the bay.
The Baymax art there.
Can't walk across the bridge right now.
Oh, okay.
They've
I
blocked it
figured.
off
I don't know
again.
why I said, "Oh, okay." Like that's surprising. It's not the appropriate orange color yet, though.
No, have not painted it yet either.
It doesn't look like it has cables on it either.
Now, there was some news story that we posted, I saw yesterday, about cast members signing the bridge.
Yes,
Are they going to just paint over everyone?
that's. I hope they don't, because what's the point? But based on anything I've seen regarding the structure, probably, yeah. Sorry, cast members. I know a couple myself who did sign it, and I'm just ready to be like, "Oh, is this glob of orange you?"
There it is.
And how's the inside of San Francisco Tokyo Square? I almost said Cisco. San Francisco Square looking.
Yeah, we'll head over there.
Okay.
next. Noticed a couple new things yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't even think of like what part of the beams that they would have signed that aren't exposed to when they paint it.
Right. Maybe the very top. They'll just leave white. The top of the top,
And then have it exposed to the sun.
I guess. Right.
I don't know how well Sharpie will do over the years in the California sun.
Yeah.
And there's work being done above the bakery.
Yeah.
So
So
we're
we
probably
got
going to
that-
see new marquees and structures there, I'm guessing.
Right. We got that concept art recently about
Mhm.
what the bakery's going to look like.
Almost like a day after we talked about it.
Yeah.
My favorite.
And is the I don't know. I'd have to look at it again, but I don't know if the backside is going to stay intact. Like, will that silo still be there?
Right.
That kind of stuff. I've always liked the Pacific Wharf area music, though. Sorry, I was listening to that for a moment.
Sure.
That's not part of the area music. More Baymax silhouettes there. That's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it looks like we're getting a little choppy in here. I don't know if that's me or everybody.
No, there's some weird spots in DCA that have a poor signal for me.
I know the oh my gosh, the pizza and pasta place in the back corner there by Goofy Sky School. I know that's always a dark spot for you.
It's funny, me and Benji ate at right here at Lucky Fortune Cookery yesterday, and I was trying to upload the full show of Rogers, and it was just crawling. So after I finished eating, I ran over it. Like if I stand right next to, like kind of between the DCA entrance to the Grand Californian Hotel and the Redwood Trail.
Yeah, Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Yeah,
Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. There it is. That's a great spot for my signal. It just zips through.
Nice.
Okay, so
you go to a Disney park too often when the little minutia of signal strength.
Oh, so one thing I noticed yesterday is the sign for Lucky Fortune Cookery is gone.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
This seems like a temp one.
Yeah.
To me. And then over here on the bathroom. So we had seen this graphic above the bathroom entrances before. But on the men's and women's rooms, you now have these logos that have little Baymax eyes.
Yeah.
There's the men's one over here too.
It's glaringly subtle.
Right. Yeah, when I pointed it out to Benji, he said, "Oh, I went right in that bathroom and I didn't even notice that." So yeah, it is easy to miss. This area's still got the construction walls up.
Where Baymax is going to peek around the corner based on the concept art.
Right. And just wave at you.
Yep. Nathan wants to say, "What's up, Mike Celestino?" What's up, Nathan?
Hi, Nathan. Okay. What do you think? Where do you want to go next? We're going to look at the bakery.
Okay.
The bakery here real quick.
Yeah, this is not your best signal area.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a temp sign up here for the bakery as well, and this is all being worked on up there. And here's the view of the bridge from this side.
It looks like that's fun. It also looks like the photo spot is still available.
Yes.
With the little fish tank, net.
Fish net, yeah.
Kyle is making fun of my word choice. Glaringly subtle. They were my favorite alt rock back in the late 90s. Part of me wonders if they're the covered ones, but I don't know.
Oh, yes, you're right. I can actually see the signatures behind the tarp here. Huh.
Oh, I can kind of see it on the top.
Here.
It looks like little darker squiggles, yeah. But so are they just going to get painted over?
I guess we'll find out very soon, but it seems like, yeah, they're just going to get painted over. Huh. That's interesting. Like, why bother even covering them with the tarp right now?
That's a conversation we could have off.
Yeah.
Off camera. But we'll call it morale boosting lip service.
Okay, should we head over to Disneyland?
Let's do it. Yeah, Rogers is the talk of the town at California Adventure. But over at Disneyland, there's other stuff afoot. As Indiana Jones comes into the park once again for the first time in over a decade, I think, outside of a special event, maybe. Because I don't think he's been a common thing since, not a common thing, but a scheduled
Right.
park offering since Crystal Skull in 2008.
Do you know which after hours event he would have shown up at within the last 5 years? Because I know there was one, but I couldn't figure out which one it was.
Maybe the 90s one, because Indiana Jones was the big ride of the 90s at Disneyland.
That could be it.
Some would say Rocket Rods. Others would say Indiana Jones.
Others would say the one that has survived.
I could feel my fiance glaring at me from behind me for laughing at that. She was never really exposed to rocket rods, but somehow has become obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if I had a time machine, you wouldn't go back and change world events? No, I'd go ride rocket rods. Okay.
Disney bounding as the Avengers there.
Okay, so would you call Disney bounding as the Avengers, Disney bounding as the Avengers, or cosplay?
Well, cosplay, I don't believe is permitted. So there's a very fine line you have to ride if you're Disney bounding. It can't be too close to the actual costume.
That's true. They'll stop you at the gate. And that's how you know you did good.
You can be very proud of yourself as you walk back to the car to change.
Yep. Got myself a t-shirt now.
Well, I was talking to my friend Sarah earlier from Skywalking Through Neverland. When we were waiting for Indiana Jones to come out in Adventureland. I was saying there used to be a guest who we would see in the park pretty frequently who dressed up in full Indiana Jones regalia with a full outfit, had a very nice costume. But that was before they were really enforcing the no guest costume policy. And since then, obviously have not seen him around.
I'm going to frame this comment on YouTube for the rest of my life, at least the top part. Tony is correct, says Kyle. That's all I want. Just excerpt that from me. 90s Night, and you could follow the link there and see our coverage from 90s Night. That was back in 2019.
And
Chris Chavez says, hello. Yeah. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris. For that event, Indy was hanging out in the queue for Indiana Jones Adventure and just kind of like exploring the temple area there. And today he's wandering around. He does go into the queue briefly for the brief period that I watched him. About a half an hour I was hanging around there earlier today. But he's mostly wandering back and forth, like roaming Adventureland between Jungle Cruise and the entrance to the Temple of the Forbidden Eye.
Well, I was going to talk about this more when we got over there, but since you brought it up now, I like that he looked like he was up on top of the Jungle Cruise area.
Yeah.
Like doing like almost like a little vignette and then coming down or
right.
Something.
So, yeah, we were trying to figure out if there was a little bit more to it, if we were supposed to be like helping him solve a mystery. I think I've concluded that it's just kind of a little bit of like stage dressing, because he does have this what he calls it a tapestry, but it's really just like a little cloth that he unrolls, like a little parchment that has some mariglyphs on it and some symbols. But I took pictures as best I could. I asked Indy if he could show me the tapestry, and he showed me. And as best I could, I took pictures of it and sent them over to my friend Nick, who's a real expert in like alternate reality gaming and immersive theater and that kind of thing. And he did his best to like decode it. And he said it's mostly stuff that's already inside the queue. Like all the phrases that are in the mariglyphs are things that you would already see inside the queue to the ride. So he doesn't, yeah.
When I saw the pictures you posted, which are available on Laughing Place's Twitter at laughing_place, they it reminded me of in the opening, the commercials, he had like a scrolled up tapestry that he would like put down, and the temple was right behind it.
Right.
And that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah. I also saw him handing out decoder cards.
Oh, nice.
To kids.
I can think of several adults who would want a decoder card just because it came from Indiana Jones.
I would have tried to get one, except I have one from that 90s night, and that's enough for me. It's already, I don't want to hog any. I don't want to take any away from the small children. I'm pretty sure they're probably the same ones that were given out then.
If anything, they were just lacking the AT&T logo.
Yeah. All right. So
now I've been on Starbucks Tumblr watch here in Florida.
Oh,
I know
okay,
I kind of sent you on it at Disneyland Resort. Have you seen any?
I have not checked, but
okay. All right.
Thank you for the reminder.
That's fine. No, thank you. But yeah, no, it's they're some days they're sold and some days they're not. Chris will give you an update. Oogie Boogie Bash. We'll have another update on when tickets could potentially go on sale July 6th.
They may have an update on when tickets may go on sale.
We'll go back to, if you scroll back in our live chat, you'll see this comment. July 6th is when the update will be provided, quote, which may include the date and time when new sales resume, unquote, or end quote, however you want to say it. As Mike gets ready to head back into Disneyland and head back to Adventureland, let's take a little bit of a trip down memory lane and give him exactly 1 minute and 3 seconds to get into the park.
I'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Now dare to cross forbidden boundaries to the ultimate adventure.
Come on!
It's more than a ride. It's real. Now your fears have a name. The Indiana Jones Adventure, new at Disneyland.
Be taking pictures, huh?
Yep.
Now dare to cross forbidden boundaries to the ultimate adventure.
Come on!
It's more than a ride. It's real. Now your fears have a name. The Indiana Jones Adventure, new at Disneyland. Now dare to cross for...
Okay, there we go.
Perfect time.
Almost. Apparently, there's another Pepsi commercial embedded in it. And it's my understanding nobody likes Pepsi, so I just replayed the first part again.
I hear that a lot.
That nobody likes Pepsi.
People are disappointed when the restaurant only has Pepsi and not Coke, but somebody must be drinking Pepsi, right? Like, they wouldn't have continued to exist if nobody liked Pepsi.
I know, I agree. When I was younger, I was a Pepsi guy. I don't drink colas much at all anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to point out one thing about that commercial that is a very dated commercial, as was evidenced by the price tag, which Kyle wants to go on to add. And no, that $23 is not the lightning lane price. So it once cost as much to get into the park as it does to ride a single attraction with no wait now.
About right.
And it only took 30 years. Almost 95. So.
Oh, I have an idea here. Should we take the omnibus?
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
You see, everybody's getting ready. We might not get the top, but we can try.
Last call for the omnibus. Last call.
Are we going on top?
I'm trying.
Hooray!
Yeah,
Thank you for turning the camera just so.
We got it.
Get everyone on top to slide all the way forward.
For those of you tuning in at this exact moment, this is not just a steady cam of Disneyland's guest relations area and restrooms. We have boarded the omnibus, and we're going to go down Main Street, USA, aboard the top deck as we make our way to Adventureland to hopefully find Indiana Jones.
Good recap. It's like they're not going to fill my seat next to me.
Now, is anybody spieling, or is it just a nice, relaxing ride?
I hear someone talking, but it's impossible
Okay.
to make out what they're saying.
And you're on the ride.
The Opera House on our right. Mr. Lucas.
I thought they were still doing the Haunted Mansion exhibit at the Opera House for a moment there.
No.
As you turn the corner, we have that beautiful street. We'll pass by. Great multi-use parking, all one beautiful block of home. A couple of teachers, children, and traffic couple.
Mike, do you see any tumblers in that window?
Can't tell from here. I should yell at one of those.
Do you have the tumblers? If this bus is like Florida's double-decker bus, that Auga horn is actually a button under their foot.
We are approaching our final destination for everyone. So this is our preparation to please stop and start off on our ship. Once you step them down the stairs, Happy Friday, everyone.
I know we were talking about castles and their size earlier, and Florida versus California, and or when California comes to Florida, vice versa. The Floridans might say when they come to California, where's the castle? When I go, even though I live in Florida, growing up in California, when I come to Magic Kingdom, I always think, where's the mountain? Because there's no Matterhorn.
Right. You gotta go over to Animal Kingdom for
anything similar, yeah. If you're looking for the same ride idea, though, that would be our Space Mountain.
Right. What's it called? A
Tubular steel track?
tubular steel. All right, so stop.
Now, from up here, has there been any visible progress that has been made behind that construction wall?
I think they just forgot that they were working on that. This is just a permanent fixture here now.
I think that's since before Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, right?
Yeah. Right, let's go.
Con cuidado, papi. Y ahorita que nos subimos tampoco, and they all are astronomical. So, like, you can sit in the one that is your first
Because just like within the last few months, there have been, you know about like in Toontown, they've been like redoing, I think it's the AstroTurf or whatever,
Yeah.
on those lawns. And those walls have been going up and coming down within weeks, you know.
Yep.
It's not taking very long. What could possibly be behind right here that has taken something close to 5 years? Like, it seemed like something they could have easily finished up while the park was closed during the pandemic.
And that also looks like the little structure that they intend to build based on that art is a third the size of the San Francisco Bridge.
Right.
And it's the same kind of idea.
This is why I think they just have forgotten. It's not on anyone's radar.
Jim's taking care of that, right? I thought it was John. Oh, okay.
All right, let's head into Adventureland.
Now, you've already seen Indiana Jones once
Yes.
today, as we
Yes.
kind of discussed earlier. And those pictures are up on our Laughing Place Twitter at laughing_place.
We don't have a post up yet?
I think somebody was working on it before I started
Okay.
the stream. I try not to keep everything like that running while I stream, otherwise
Sure.
I cut out. But I do have our Twitter feed open because I'm loving some of the comments regarding Indiana Jones
Yeah.
appearing.
Are they complaining he doesn't look enough like Harrison Ford? Or
Basically, yes.
okay.
My favorite one being a post from where'd the name go? It was at Rosie84, and the quote, "Time to bash out some push-ups to be indie, my man."
Give him a break.
I'm not gonna lie. My first thought was, "Oh, it's the same guy that was Lightyear."
It may very well be. Oh. Was he actually having trouble getting it to start, or was that a bit?
He might have. I could speak for the Florida cars, not so much the California ones, but the Florida ones, they would try your patience sometimes.
So I came into the park today hoping, crossing my fingers, that they would be selling a prop replica of the Dial of Destiny from the new movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but no luck. I've not seen it.
Where would they sell it if they did?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Right here in the Adventureland Bazaar.
That
Cute-
location?
Cute Tony's
Now that's
joke about-
bizarre. Yeah. How is that my brand with you? He always will make a joke about the bazaar. It's true, but of all the little things I do that stick out, I feel like that's the one you remember the most.
So there's a nice display of indie merch. Got some of the action figures, the torches, little kids' shirts. And then over here, oh boy, I didn't see that earlier. I might grab this for myself.
You're getting a little choppy here. What do we got? Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's new. Coming back after this stream, hopefully they'll still have that.
Go hide one behind something on a shelf.
So this is where they have all the artifacts.
Okay.
So they've got the Voodoo doll and the Sankara stone from Temple of Doom. You've got the Holy Grail from Last Crusade, the Crystal Skull from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and the headpiece of the Staff of Ra from Raiders of the Lost Ark. No Dial of Destiny yet, though.
I just went ahead and put in the comments on our live stream here. We do have that post up regarding Indiana Jones now appearing in Adventureland. Should we not see him on our live streams, so you could check out the photos and the video, as well as some of our Twitter selections, I'm sure.
Well, let's see if we can find him. There's a crowd gathered over here. I wonder if that's because of Indy or because people are just trying to go on a Jungle Cruise. I don't see Indy.
Oh, we kind of mirrored that guy for a second.
Whoa. Oh, whoa.
Is there any?
I just noticed this. Tony.
Oh,
they
the
brought
excitement.
back
Oh,
the
no.
Indiana Jones pinball machine.
Now
I did
that's
not
headline
see that
news.
before. That's headline news right there.
Call Anderson Cooper.
This was in here when it was the Indiana Jones gift shop. And it's been gone since they turned it into just the seating area. Holy moly. That is headline news. Put that in to-do, Tony.
Okay, on it.
I'll get some pictures after we wrap up here. But yeah, this is a great pinball machine. And that kid's having fun playing it. So we'll come back and get pics of that after we're done. Let's see if we can find Indy himself.
So is this Mike Celestino and the quest to find Indy?
Yeah.
There's got to be a more archaic way of saying that.
I can't believe I missed that before. I was too focused on searching for the man himself.
We still have it.
When I got to the park today, the ride was down, but it seems to be working now.
I loved that tweet. If I could find the quote, it was basically like, but that's not surprising.
I'm sure if somebody did the math, it's got to be the ride that is down the most often, because it's pretty frequent that you'll walk past here and they'll have all the cast members just blocking the entrance. Only 35 minutes right now.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Now, how can you tell the difference between Indiana Jones, the character who's doing his appearances, and the Indiana Jones attraction cast members?
Well, he's got the leather jacket. None of
Okay.
these folks have that. He's also got, well, this, I guess this dude over here has stubble. Used to not be able to have stubble.
It's true. Yeah.
Since they did away with the Disney look, it is harder to tell them apart.
I was about to say, well, they didn't do away with this. Well, they pretty much did. So, no technically on that one.
So when he does come out, he comes out of this door. What time do we have right now?
All right, you heard it here, fans. I have 5:20, so 2:20 for you. Let me actually check the app to see if he's listed on the app.
Okay. It's probably on the half hour that he'll come out. I think while we're waiting, I might just go and buy that toy that I saw, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out on that. So it's a recreation of the opening scene of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It comes with the not the Black Series, but the Adventure Series Indiana Jones figure, but it also comes with a little pedestal that the idol sits on, which is really what I'm buying it for.
And did you catch how much it was?
I didn't. We're going to take a look right now.
Earlier Parks blog shared different ways to celebrate Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny that are already at the parks, including new props that are showing up throughout the different Disney parks around the globe. But they also had a blurb about merchandise, and they did have that in there.
Okay. So the other thing that they mentioned in there, I think, is that there's a rumor, well, that they started a rumor that there may be some changes to the ride, right? So,
yes. The blurb also talks about, it says some new enhancements in the attraction stop. And then it talks about how Mara might create rubble in your path, which would be that new projection effect that we saw.
oh, so
when
they're
it
just talking
reopened.
about
So
stuff
I
that
can't.
has already
To
debuted.
me, it sounds like it's that
Okay.
effect, but not. They didn't specify anything else. That's not to say there is nothing else, but that's all that they specified in that.
So this is how picky I am, Tony. I just went through all 3 of those boxes to see which is in the best shape. I can't really decide.
It looks like all the corners are bent on all of them.
Yeah, they're a little banged up. The ironic thing is I will probably end up throwing the box away.
I'm looking at, the part of the app that would share character meet and greets and shows and performances, and there is nothing listed for Indiana Jones.
Okay, well, he is here, so they just don't have him on the app. All right, let's see. I'm just going to purchase this. Maybe this register's not open. That was a little bit of a wait.
As soon as the transaction begins, we might watch that commercial again, just so you can.
The indie merch is flying off the shelf today. Everybody's excited about this new film.
It's our friend again. So is everybody getting indie stuff, or is it?
Yeah, it looks like everyone is buying something indie related.
I want you to bellow to the crowd, Mike. Hey, is everybody getting Indiana Jones stuff?
I can't believe that pinball's back. That was a real shock.
If I had thought about it, I would have used the breaking news clip because that's legitimate breaking news.
Yeah. It was one of those things where I almost instinctively went to text people and then I realized that my phone is in use on the stream.
Let's plead to our CEOs for this exact reason. We all need 2 phones.
On what?
What's that?
You're streaming?
Oh, yeah.
On what?
It's laughingplace.com.
Laughingplace.com? I've
Yeah.
not heard of that one.
Okay. Yeah, it's a Disney fan site.
Oh, that's cool.
Who's asking you that?
This gentleman in front of me wanted to know
Okay.
where the stream was going.
Oh, the one who we've kind of run into a few times.
Yeah.
Because I thought the person who was asking you was another one who ducked in front of the camera, but his lips didn't match what I was hearing. I've not heard of that one. We've been around since 1998.
Oh, I think that other register might be open.
You as well.
Oh, here we go. Hi, just that. You want to play the clip, Tony?
Yep, I got it. Coming up.
Yes, I.
Now dare to cross forbidden boundaries to the ultimate adventure.
Come on!
It's more than a ride. It's real. Now your fears have a name. The Indiana Jones Adventure, new at Disneyland.
We're here. We're ready to ride Splash Mountain.
But no.
No, I was told that we could be the first to ride Splash Mountain, and we're ready to go.
Well, it's not open yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, you guys. You know, I don't know what happened.
That looked like we were done. We needed more time, and conveniently from our previous stream, there's a Splash Mountain wrap just sitting there. So that would have been great.
Okay, purchase has been made.
How much did it end up being? Not. Well, I'm sorry. You don't have to talk about discounts or anything like that. But what was it? We never got that answer.
Okay, so before discounts, it is, I think, 45.
Okay.
Yeah, 44.99. Comes with all this stuff.
Now, is that something you'd open here, or are you going to wait till you go home?
I can open it here if we want to kill some more time.
Just poke around. There's still about 4 minutes still when you think Indy would pop out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just my guess.
Yeah.
As you know.
Does he appear there, or does he end there?
He comes out of that door
Okay.
that I showed you by the
Okay.
skewers, by the Bengal barbecue. The
Which is
skewers,
single-handedly one of the best places at Disneyland to eat, for the record.
Let me find a place to pause here.
You know, for all that expanded seating, there hardly ever is any.
I know, they still don't have any room to do anything. I'm just going to sit over here on this planter where it says no stroller parking.
Hey, at least you won't. At least you know a stroller won't show up.
There's also just no room for me to put anything down. Okay. Let's see if we can get this
Indiana
open.
Jones Temple Escape.
From Hasbro.
Is this one of those Hasbro Plus ones, like that the fans vote on and stuff?
No, I don't know if they've done one of those for Indiana Jones. I know they've done the votes for Star Wars and Marvel. So they've been trying to do these like eco-friendly packages where there's no plastic. But
Good.
Yeah. Here is part of the pedestal. Oh, yeah, there he goes.
That's great detail, though.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Like, it's not just, oh, here's a gray stump. It's got, like, the carvings and stuff all in it.
Yeah.
I'm also real glad our viewers can't see me, because right now all they see is my forehead. I am up on the screen looking at this.
I'm not going to open the bag that has all the little pieces
That's,
in it.
yeah, completely understandable. I'm surprised you're going this far.
I can show you the indie figure, which is in here. There he is.
All right, viewers at home. There he is.
Hey,
Indiana Jones in Adventureland.
I like this walking like a Muppet.
Did you ever watch 30 Rock?
Yes.
When they go to the high def camera and Kenneth turns into a Muppet and he does the walk, that's exactly what I thought of before you even said that. So I'm so glad you said that.
Okay, let's resume our search for the lost archaeologists.
There you go. Mike Celestino in the search for the lost archaeologists. If you keep the camera there, though, it's going to become Tony Betty and the third bizarre joke. Mike, I might need you to put that figure back in front of the camera. Our viewer count started spiking. Wait.
It's like a Bigfoot spotter. That guy has a satchel, but he's not Indiana Jones. There are several guests who are dressed pretty close to what you would imagine Indiana Jones looks like.
Which leads us back to our favorite game, Disney Bound or cosplay.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the camera and you'll see a guy sitting on a rock across the pathway here. Well, he's being blocked by people standing there, but he's got a pretty good indie cosplay going. You see him now? He's right there. On the right hand side of the screen.
Oh,
like,
he blended in with the bushes. Yeah, that looks really good.
Oh, there he is. This is the real Indy. He might have been in the queue and we just didn't go look for him.
Yeah, there you go.
He's been roaming.
Oh, now he's going the other way.
Oh, let's follow him.
Now it's going to become Mike Celestino and the quest to beat the bloggers.
Oop. Man, he's booking it. Where is he going?
He must know where there's an artifact or something, right?
I really want to get better. See, he's giving this kid the translator card. I really want to get a better pick of his parchment thing. I'm trying to decide who he does look like. I don't think he looks like Harrison Ford, but he does look like somebody.
I'm just gonna read another comment. If that's Indiana Jones, then I'm Thor. And then Indy's nephew. That's another comment.
Okay.
But it is cool to see Indiana Jones back in this area again, though, regardless of the comments.
He just did like a 180 and he's going in the other direction.
Mike, what did you do to him earlier?
I feel like I didn't bother him that much. There was a guy like asking him riddles and stuff.
So when I worked in Jurassic Park back in the day, every now and then I'd get guests who would quiz me in a way. Hold on. Now's your chance, Mike.
But chance for what?
To talk to him.
All right. Thought we were just gonna observe.
Oh, I thought we were going to try and talk to him.
I guess we could. I just feel like I bothered him enough earlier. I'm already on his way.
That's why he's running. That's what I'm saying. But no, there are guests out there who will know a movie back and front.
Yeah.
4 times over.
It's funny, this morning he was really getting mobbed. And right now it's taking a little time to register that he's even here, I think, among the guests. Oh, I think he's going to go up on top.
I was going to say, I want to see if he's going to go up there and do that little bit.
Yeah, here we go.
No, he's just going to jump on a boat.
So, Tony, I may warn you. I am going to warn you. My phone battery is running low at an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, so it may die. But at least we got to see Indy.
Yep.
And he's going to be right up here on top of the Jungle Cruise the stroller parking, I think.
Let's hopefully he'll come over there, and then we'll watch his little scene, and then we'll probably wrap up.
Okay. Nope, he's coming back down the steps. I don't know
okay.
why
He knows he's being followed.
I've decided he kind of looks like the actor Kyle Stoller, I think, from Andor, from Star Wars Andor. I don't think you've seen that show, but
no.
That's
unless he plays Andor. I'm unfamiliar.
No, he plays one of the villains. All the kids getting special attention. Good to see you, Andy.
There you go. All right. Yeah, he remembers you. That's why he's running from you, Mike. All right, folks. We started with Rogers, then to San Francisco, and then into Adventureland to spot Indiana Jones, and we did. So I think we're going to call it here.
Yeah, I'm going to charge my phone and get some pics of that pinball machine.
Do that. Maybe go to Starbucks and get a quick pick-me-up. Oh, Andy's gone. There goes his phone. Folks, tune in to Disney Trivia Live. Oh, I lied. That's not happening this week. Sorry. But we will be covering Essence Fest from New Orleans throughout the weekend. Stay tuned. And then remember to like, subscribe, get notified whenever we go live from the parks or any of our usual programming, which we'll all resume again next week. Thanks for joining us today. And so long, everybody.